All right, let's get on a budget for this one here. You know, February's coming to an end. That means March is up next, which means spring is closer, which means summer is closer, which actually means I don't even remember where I was going with this analogy here. I think I'm saying, you know, you got to start budgeting a little bit. Maybe you have summer vacations coming up, a bunch of trips, you got a bunch of stuff planned, you have a lot of hobbies that you need to save your money for. And so for this video here, I'm going to be focusing on 10 cheap fragrances that I would keep for life if I had to toss out all of my other cheapies here. So these are the ones that I've really been currently enjoying a lot, ones that I really just think are good, like incredibly good at the price point. And in this video, I'm looking at everything $40 and under. Now, a lot of these are typically around the $20 range as well. All designers, obviously, all really nice scents. You have a nice mixture here of summertime, wintertime, and everything in between. So let's just start rolling through this. And actually really quick as well, it shouldn't be something I have to go over. It should go without saying, but discounter prices here. All of these at retail are going to be not cheap. So hit the links down below. Discounters, that's the way to go. And we're going to roll into it with Boss Selection, or HUGO BOSS Selection. Musk, pink pepper, grapefruit, a nice powdery, clean, fresh, and wearable men's scent. One that I really enjoy. Definitely an easy to sleep on scent, because while the bottle is very classy looking, and while the name is nothing to be, you know, nothing that's a big head turner here, the fragrance itself is very good. And about the bottle, very classy, yes, but not a head turner. You know, it's not an Invictus bottle or a 1 million or something where it catches your attention that way. It's one that would be easy to gloss over. A lot of the pictures online, like on Fragrantica, it's an outdated, old, blurry picture, terrible quality. I mean, when you get the bottle in person in your hand, it looks fantastic, and the scent is even better. Big fan of this one. At this price point, you would be hard-pressed to find something else that brings this much quality. Next up, we have Kenneth Cole Mankind Legacy. Fir, ambergris, orange, and cedarwood are a few of the main notes. It's an aromatic, woody, kind of springtime, outdoorsy smelling scent with a lot of a clean nature, of course. One that's very wearable, very easy to pull off. It's not daring, it's not challenging, but it is a little bit different, and it trends in a different direction than a lot of other more affordable fragrances do. I think this one is trying to add just a touch of uniqueness, and I really like that. I love the look of the bottle here, very classy, has a very slight blue tint to it. Maybe doesn't show up on camera as much, but ever so slightly. Looks great, smells great, performance is okay for the price, nothing to write home about, but not terrible. It's a really nice cheapie. Now we're gonna go down to about $16, okay? At the time of me recording this, I just looked, $16 for 4.2 ounce tester bottles with cap. Davidoff Cool Water Wave. I mean, it doesn't get much cheaper than this. C notes, pepper, grapefruit, I believe there's juniper as well. Basically, Invictus Aqua smelling. I'll lay it out on the table like that. Can't get any easier. Smells a bit like Invictus Aqua. So maybe that'll make you want it, and maybe that'll make you run for it. Or run from it. Run for the hills is what I was thinking. So just kind of take that information and, you know, use that when deciding to purchase this one. Now, you know, it's so affordable that you may not just want to buy this by itself, because you're going to be paying $16 plus tax plus, you know, $6.95 shipping or something like that, right? So this would probably be something that you throw in on top of a pre-existing order. If you're going to go through and pick up some of these other ones, it's a nice one to maybe get you over that free shipping threshold if you need it. But it is a really nice one to have around. Invictus Aqua style with its own little twist, and for $16, I have to admit it is incredibly good. So let's go over to a fragrance that I haven't talked about yet on the channel. This one is, if I can, it's CERRUTI 1881 Signature. So I'm trying to get it to where you can read it. Yep, so CERRUTI 1881 Signature, and then that's it. The bottle, back of the bottle looks like that, has their, I guess that would be logo, and the front, and you know, textured cap. Honestly, I don't even know if that's a logo. That literally looks like a scribble. I really don't know, but I do know that I really like the fragrance itself. Leather, pepper, amber, and cardamom are just a few of the notes here. There's a little bit more. One of the things you'll see this one get compared to is La Nuit de l'Homme by Yves Saint Laurent. And it's a little bit of a stretch, okay? This is very, very leather forward. As soon as you spray it on, you pick up on it. It's kind of earthy. It's a little bit animalic, slightly kind of dry, spicy leather, and also the spiciness is coming from the cardamom, and that cardamom note is probably where people draw comparisons to La Nuit de l'Homme. I will say opening, not so much. Once you get into the dry down, or if you smelled off the atomizer, you pick up on maybe little nuances of a La Nuit de l'Homme smell, but definitely don't go into this one thinking that you're getting a La Nuit de l'Homme clone for like half the price. That's not how it is. But for the price, it is very good. Outstanding fragrance. Quality is great. Performance is great. We do just have, oh, actually, yeah, it is an eau de parfum concentration. I kind of thought it was. So it's a relatively beefy scent, all things considered. Presentation is something unique. Just a press fit cap, nothing fancy there. Atomizer you saw was okay. But it's one that I really enjoy, and not too many people are talking about it. Next up, we have Vince Camuto Eterno. So this is kind of just their standard bottle style. They have this fake leather feeling thing around it with stitching on the back. Not terrible, you know, it's cool, especially for the price point. Do have snap caps, not terrible presentation. Not really my favorite either, but I can't complain. Saffron, mint, and cedarwood are just a few of the notes. Great atomizer also. Wow, it is incredibly bright and green and minty and fresh and aromatic. Smells great. I actually want to show you the atomizer. I was reminding myself to show you before I even started recording. Great atomizer, great feeling, distribution. And like I said, the smell's amazing. I mean, that opening hits you right away. It's definitely a head turner. You know, a lot of times fragrances, especially cheaper, have openings that are maybe a bit, you know, leave a bit to be desired. Maybe they're synthetic, maybe they strong alcohol note, or maybe they just don't really catch your attention. But this one will catch your attention. Opens up and smells amazing. Nice summertime or just warmer weather oriented scent. That does have a little bit of a different twist. It kind of goes out of the ordinary a little bit, but also it still has a familiar smell to it, if that makes sense. It's kind of right on the line of being a little bit different, but also still trying to be very mass pleasing. This one's an eau de toilette, not the best performer. Most in this line really don't do all that great. But I really do like this one a lot. Very enjoyable. It's a great mood-lifting scent for me, and I'll have this one around in my collection. Next up, Guess Seductive Homme. This is just the original here. Amber, pink pepper, orange, and orchid. So a little bit of a floral, spices, warmer notes, all of that good stuff going on here. It's been a while since this one's been sprayed. I like it a lot. I really, really do. It's unique. Surprisingly, it's even more unique than Guess Seductive Homme Noir, which obviously came out later. It's a flanker, of course. That's kind of more of a trendy, sweet take on a fragrance. I do really like it, especially for the price, but talking about uniqueness and something that's kind of refreshing, just the original here, the EDT, where it all started, is very nice stuff. It's a little bit addicting in a way. I mean, this is something I could spray on and smell often, like all day. I mean, the opening is great, nice, spicy, warm, sweet, very smooth. I mean, it's incredibly smooth for the price point here. All around, Guess Seductive, just the original, great scent. They did release this one as an eau de toilette, kind of what you would expect, being that's the pioneer of the line. I would honestly really like to see them bring this DNA back and work it into an eau de parfum or even a parfum. Just black out the bottle or tint it really dark. Take this same exact DNA, beef it up, maybe add just a little bit more of a, maybe even a rum or something, or a leather more so, and just really make it more rich. I think they would have a serious winner on their hands. I think a lot of people kind of overlook this one, but I think you should check it out. Let's go ahead and go over to Lacoste, and this one is Lacoste L'Homme. Orange, rhubarb, and musk. There's citrus and some other stuff going on. A very nice springtime scent, very creamy, orange heavy. You know, it's a fresh fragrance with depth and a little bit of richness, even a little bit of a complexity. Very, very pleasant, very easy to wear, easy to pull off, easy to like. It's a good people pleaser. Now, performance-wise, the Intense will be better, and I could have put the Intense. For me, I still oftentimes believe it or not, just kind of gravitate towards the original. I have the Intense. I love it. It is stronger. A little bit more rich, though. I like just the overall brightness and creaminess of this one. Sometimes I'll layer them together. Sometimes I just want to go with the original. I don't always need good performance anyway, and I just find myself gravitating towards the OG. Really, really nice, affordable fragrance. And with this one, it will be more affordable than the Intense. But even the Intense is still, it's an easy one to pick up. Can't do a cheap video without throwing this guy in, Halloween Man X. So we've got whiskey, amber, coffee, tonka bean, all of that good stuff here. Big fan of this one, got hyped up a bunch for good reason. I mean, it's hard to dislike. If this was a, you know, $60 or $70 fragrance, even maybe $50, I don't think it would have done nearly as well. A lot of the appeal is this price point. I can't even remember off the top of my head, 25 or so, maybe pushing 30 in this market. Everything is more expensive these days, but somewhere around in there. All I know is it's very affordable, and of course that's discounted prices. And in terms of winter fragrances, on the cheap side in this price range, there aren't too many out there as good as this one. Big fan of this one. To me, it's more whiskey and amber. You pick up on nuances of coffee, but I don't get it as much as maybe some other people do. But still, very nice stuff. Warm, spicy, great for wintertime. It is a bit playful, though. So if you want something mature, this probably won't be it. Second to last, we've got First Instinct Eau de Toilette by Abercrombie & Fitch. So this one has melon. It's got like a pepper, black pepper or Sichuan pepper, just woods, citrus, musk, if I didn't say that already, very musk heavy. It is another happy fragrance for me, a mood lifting fragrance. I love this stuff. I wish that you could buy First Instinct Extreme. I guess it's discontinued. I can't find it anywhere, and my bottle's almost gone. I decanted out a lot of it, which I'm kicking myself for, but the EDT is still great. This melon note is what does it. That is the star of the show. That's what makes this one stand out. It is so playful, so fun. This is kind of right up there with Invictus Aqua, Rasasi Havas in terms of being just a fun summer fragrance. You know, when I think of fun in the sun, I think of those, and I think of this one right behind it. What's nice about this one, it's another $25 to $30 fragrance for 100 ml. Performance is not great. Don't expect it to be great. Spray it on heavily. Douse yourself in this one. Spray your shirt, spray your hair, spray your skin, spray underneath your t-shirt as well. Carry the bottle in your back pocket, buy a smaller bottle, or do what you gotta do. Take a decant if you really need it, but it's so worth it. If you can get past the performance being just okay, I promise you, you will make some of the best memories of your life wearing this one in the summertime. And we're going to end this one on a good note. Not that any of these were going to be ended on a bad note, but Mercedes-Benz Select Night. I wanted to throw in a Mercedes-Benz. Anymore Club Black is one that's not cheap, so that couldn't be in here. And I could have put like Le Parfum, Mercedes-Benz Le Parfum, but I go back to this one all the time. It's got vanilla, sandalwood, lavender, orange blossom. It has such a rich creaminess that reminds me a little bit of the sticky richness of MFK Grand Soir, like that amber heaviness. It has that type of feeling going on, and it opens up amazingly. Like, it's strong, syrupy, sweet, kind of peppery, spicy, but it has that orange blossom opening as well. This is incredibly well done. It's another one where each time I go back to it and try it, I am impressed more and more each time. Now, if you look at this, there's Mercedes-Benz Select Night, there's Mercedes-Benz Select, the original. That is a Creed Aventus clone. This is nothing like Creed Aventus, it's nothing like Mercedes-Benz Select. So with this lineup here, they're going different scents with each one. It's not flankers building off of each other. For example, they have Mercedes-Benz Select Day. That's nothing like any of the others in this lineup, so that's kind of how this one goes. Make sure if you're wanting what I'm describing here to get Select Night. And for that matter, if you want a really, really solid, bright, effervescent Aventus-style scent, Mercedes-Benz Select, the original, is very good as well. It's even more bright and juicy and vibrant than Mont Blanc Explorer. It's a great fragrance as well, but I'm going to end it here because this is a little bit more original. Alrighty guys, that's going to do it for me. That is, if I had to keep only 10 cheap fragrances for life and toss out the rest of my cheapies, this is what I would end up with. Now, you know, Nautica Voyage, that's kind of a near and dear scent to my heart. It was one of my first fragrances ever, so obviously that would be in here, but that's kind of predictable for some and boring for others. So I wanted to not focus on the sentimental aspects, and I wanted to focus on giving you guys good recommendations as well. You know, if I just sit here and talk about the cheapies that I started with my collection with, maybe not all of them are the best recommendations anymore. So I tried to shift this to where it's cheapies that I'm loving right now that I also think are definitely worth a pickup for you if you're looking to add some to your collection. Remember, links to these will be down below. Discounters is the only way to go, especially with a video like this. All of these, for the most part, under $40, maybe one or two, maybe tick over that a little bit. I did my best though, and prices, like I said, are kind of on the rise a little bit anyway on discounters across all of them, just the supply chain issues. So it's kind of what it is, but these are affordable for sure. Let me know your favorite cheapies down below. That's going to do it for me. Thank you so much for watching. Stay safe, stay healthy, and we'll see you tomorrow with another one. Take care.